Getting things set up takes too long. Should have cleaned up before I started. All right, what did I forget? How many things did I forget? Hopefully not too many. Hopefully this is reasonable. Oh, this is going to be a mess. Move this. Meow, 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 meow. Yeah, what is this? What are we waiting for? Let's just start. Let's just start. There's a bunch of animation to get done. Just start doing your animation. Just go for it. Everybody, just like Ripley said, just get started. Meow, 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 meow. All right, this is going to be awkward either way, but whatever. We'll spend all of our time on the stop motion camera anyway. Hey, Captain Barmy. Captain Barmy. I didn't finish your design yet. I was messing around with some AI stuff. Did I just disconnect everything? No. Have to be careful of this. But I'll finish it soon enough. But yeah, AI is ridiculous and doesn't make anything that you want. And those are just facts. Those are just facts. I switch over. There we go. So my camera is going to be, it's weird. It's weird. I've literally got it's propped up on a, can I show it without completely throwing everything off? But I got a little WWE wrestling set that, had like a ladder and a folding chair and whatnot. So the camera is on a wrestling ladder right now that's held in place with a bunch of sticky tack. And I think technically I should probably this way a bit. I think I'll mainly end up around here. Again, not that you need to see me. Anyway, I started this the other day and thought, all right, this year I'm going to do it. Every year I plan or come up with some kind of holiday, Christmas, whatever, stop motion or animation, some kind of project. And then I get all caught up in making Christmas cards, doing other Christmas work for work and or other things. And I was like, I'll run it at a time. I'll end up, going to my mom's place for like Christmas Eve and Christmas. And then by the time I come back, and that's when I'll have actual time to do this thing, then I'd be like, well, now I'm on vacation and I don't feel like doing this thing. To remember to turn the tree on. And then it's also after Christmas. I still have one that I started, I don't even know if it was a year ago or 2 years ago. Recorded a bunch of stuff. And, the whole point of that one was that it was like, it was going to be too long and kind of annoying, and the Skeletor is just like, what is even going on here? But yeah, I animated a bunch of stuff, but again, the longer I put into a longer dumb project, the more I'm like, most people are just going to say this is dumb, even though it's supposed to be, but I don't want it to be received in that way where it's just like, this is just dumb, not in the way you want it to be dumb. Like, no, it's that's the joke, is that it's just a long, painful story that Soundwave is telling. Anyway, I think it wasn't long and painful enough, or it wasn't funny and, enough to stick around and watch more of, I think. But again, I never recorded it. I just had the idea. Maybe I recorded it. I at least wrote it all down. And then just animated Skeletor in that way where I'm like, I can just go in and keep rearranging frames so that he's just talking or whatever. Because his mouth is vague enough that I can get away with not actually having to animate specific lip sync, because I'm lazy. That's the great cheat of everything. All right, let's get this back online. Why aren't you connected? Be connected. All right, put this down here. Press the 3 key. I'm pressing the 3 key. Alright. Light is not coming on. Oh, there we go. Pairing. Are you pairing? This is my little magic stop motion number pad. That's programmed to work with my stop motion program. Make everything easier. But it, not connecting. Now, if I just plug it in to power, it will work. But I rearranged my office a little bit. Which made some things better for like working and drawing at my desk and streaming. But then everything else, nothing reaches. None of the wires reach anymore. Exactly. As you can see here, I've invented the perfect thing to solve everyone's problems. Oh, sorry, it's stuck in set problems mode. Sorry about that, guys. Just ruined the world. Was just watching Future Man all weekend as well. I meant to go back and watch that when it first came out, because I'm like, this is awesome. I love this show. And then I never did. And I guess it got canceled, but there's 2 seasons there, and man, oh man, are they great. And has like so many of my favorite, like, just comedy people and improvisers in there. Good stuff. But again, all of that is basically them going back in time, trying to prevent Keith David, who's always great, from destroying the world with his cure for all the diseases and whatnot. Connected. It says it's connected. Why isn't it working? Oh, I remember. Oh, I'm stupid. I've got to be on that window for these buttons to work. You know, it's a simple thing. Just have to be on the right window. 3, and there we go. Now it's live. Well, I already started a little bit. Oh, there's a little piece of hair hanging off of Gizmo's hand. That's fine. And then Skeletor reacts. It's a whole Christmas thing. Oops. Just punch the microphone. Alright, so this is a whole bunch of reaching around cameras and lights without moving everything. So I'm gonna, and to really see what the camera's seeing, I have to look over here at my other screen. Ideally, I'd have some sort of screen on a big arm hanging here that I could use. Oh, ideally everything. Ideally, I would be 6 feet tall, and I had laser cannons out of my arm, just like a Mega Man. But I'm not a Mega Man, am I? I don't even have a Mega Man helmet. I thought at the store, you thought at the store, but no, you're not going to spend $180 on a Mega Man helmet and an arm cannon for me that, no, they don't work, but still, what if I made a cool scientist someday that could put the arm cannon stuff inside that, and also the helmet would just look cool on me? I'm pretty sure that helmet would just be perfect for my head. That's all that I know. But no, you just don't care. Wait and see what's under the tree, wherever you are. Laser cannons can be a burden, and life is heavy anyway. Hey Doc, let's go back to 1988. What do you say? I need plutonium. I'm gonna steal it from some terrorists. I think we're in time now. There doesn't seem to be any biffs around. Where is my almanac? I was gonna get so rich. Now I'm procrastinating with animating. This is always the hardest part, just getting started. Once I start, then I'm stuck. I'm hooked in. I'm there, and there's nothing I can do. But oh, I've got some extra gizmo faces if these show up on camera. Hopefully we can try and swap those in here and there. Gonna try to keep this simple. It's only 20 seconds of audio that I recorded. I got everything taped to the floor and glued down as best I can. And once I do all of that, then it's like, well, now it's Sunday evening, and I've spent so much time getting ready to animate that I don't want to anymore. It's been too much work. So if I don't do it now, then when will I do it? All right. So I scroll ahead. I don't have any room for my mouse over here. The least conducive way to work is how I'm gonna work, cause I'm just a jerk. Oh yeah, I made some notes. I should, over on the side here, underneath the text, you can put little notes for yourself so you know what should happen on those frames. And realistically, I should have gone through and written down all the dialogue, but instead, I just did the first word that Skeletor says, and then the rest I'll take it as I go along. Roll ahead, see what happens. In theory, if I press this button, it will take a picture, and it actually, Captain, you gotta take a test frame first to make sure it looks okay. Space Goonie knows this. Space Goonie knows this. Many things. I got a card in the mail today for Christmas. It's got a river scene. Actually, it's kind of a waterfall, but you can see the sheen of all the snow sparkling from Space Goonie and Pat. And it says, Merry Christmas and have a happy time. That's your task. That didn't rhyme, but somewhere in my head there was a rhyme that would have worked, but I said some other words that threw off my entire day. Anyway, test shot. Boo. It's on the other screen. That's good. I want all the foreground or the main stuff mostly in focus, or the mid stuff, I guess I should say, and then the foreground, background are kind of out of focus. And where's my mouse? Come on now. There's my mouse. Maybe, can I zoom this in? I'm pretty sure I can zoom this in. How do I zoom this in? One of these, right? Oh, wait, I think it's this. Nope. Let's do nothing. / something I don't want it to do. Oh, there it is. We're zooming in. We're zooming in. Go back to the other things to the side of my head. And Space Goonie got a card. I drew a picture of Alex Horn, and I forgot to take a picture so I can have it on my own phone, but I meant to. So we'll get into the test shot area, so we know this is going to look fine. I'm tempted to slightly, without making a mess, let's get your eyes on that cross line. Too high. Come on. And back to exactly where it was. Oh, making films. Alright, okay. I'll animate something. Alright? Fine. Alright, so Skeletor, the mouth is closed. Down a little bit. Click. Picture taken. What frame rate is this set at? Oh, we're doing 24. Perfect. Meant to change that before I started, but it was already 24 frames per second. Okay. Mouth open a little bit. Slight movements. More over here, down. Another frame. Oh, how many frames this is gonna be? I can't even remember. I think in total frames I have to actually animate, there's only like 24 seconds. Whatever 24 times 24 is. Oh, that's going to be like hundreds. Yes, I realize I should be able to multiply 24 by 24 in my head. But I can't. 576? Oh, that's so many frames. Alright. Get frame making. Now, a bunch of it is just going to be Skeletor's mouth bobbing up and down. As long as I don't move too many things and forget about it like I've already done. Because I stopped to do math in between. Probably move this mic a little closer. Tilt it. Switch back to my shotgun mic. Hopefully it moves whole body too much. And frame. And then wow. Slightly tilt this. Oh, let's leave it up for a bit. And those arms a little bit more. Eyes looking over enough. Oh yeah, this little gizmo action figure has a little ball on the back of its head that controls his eyes. It doesn't control it well, but still, so cool. I wish every figure had all of the articulation that all the best figures have now, and articulated eyes. Some of those like crazy expensive, those like $600, $300 Hot Toys figures. I saw in one of the posts for them where I'm like, oh, I'd love to get one of these. They look so good. And it said like, you know, and of course you can move the eyes. You can what now? Oh, so tempting. Spend all of the money. Excuse me. All right, let's start to bring. Wow. Yeah, let's bring his head down a little for the L. Leave Gizmo as is. Do a 2. Let's do just a couple of 2s instead of everything on 1s, because that's 500 frames on 1s. But 500 frames on 2s is 250. That math I can do, I think. Right? Yes. Also, can you guys hear the music? Or am I just bopping along and you're like, oh, he's just doing that thing where he dances to no music, which I realize is a thing that I do. But in this case, there is some light music in the background. I find it's hard to get the volume of it just right. It's like, you know, it's like the shower temperature where it's oh, it's either way too hot or way too cold. And it's just like, what about this little area in between? Like, yeah, whatever, animation boy. Everything doesn't have infinite in-betweens. Like, yes, it does. Yes, it does. We can hear the music. We can hear the music. Why didn't it take a frame? Could have taken a frame. Cause I clicked away from the scene. Wow. Lightly. There. Just slight movement. I can't really even see the onion skinning. Since I'm not really right on top of my microphone, I don't want to crank it too much as well. Or at least because I keep turning my head away. Go up this far. Ooh, okay, that's fine. Mostly I'm thinking like, ooh, I'm gonna start stop motioning and I'm gonna stop talking. And then you just have the music to listen to, but like that ever happens. Bring his head down a bit. Oops. Undo. I forgot to... Yeah, I did. Last time I tried to do stuff with Skeletor to modify him and whatnot, I didn't stick his armor back down to his chest, so that's gonna be moving. But too late now? Too late now, though, right? What can I do? I changed my room a little bit. Well, so instead of having a big recliner in the middle of the room, I got another desk because I always need to do stuff at a desk. I'll just bring this over here. And my actual desk is full of computer stuff, so I can't just push it aside to glue things or to do random painty stuff. Oh, this is gonna make it worse before it gets better. Well, if I can just stick this back here. Oh, it almost holds it in place. Stuff I should have done before I started. Can I get this inside? Stick that in there. Come on. Boom. Take this lightsaber, poke it in. Alright. And then we just squish it down. Oh no, it's coming out the sides. Ah, I moved the camera. Okay. Alright. Oh, look how far he's moved. Whoa, we made a real mess. We made a real mess, guys. I blame all of us. I blame all of us, not just me. Alright, so that's there. Let's get this leg back there and back down. Let's see if we can get him. Alright, we're just gonna have to make his movement big enough. We don't notice a drastic sudden change. That's a movie reference. I can't remember the song. Just remember Kyle's mom is a big old bee. Kyle's mom is a captain bee, and you can see. Alright, I can do this. I can do this. This light here is making everything way too difficult. I can squeeze in here. I wonder if the guy upstairs is still screaming. He was having troubles, probably with a girlfriend, screaming about how it's not his fault and somebody else should be in trouble. Stomping round, I hear some stomping still. Oh, but with their screaming skills. Okay. I'm gonna have to make some notes in order to make this right. So. Oh, the whole camera did move. Unbelievable. All right. I got a message, I got a message, I got a message, hey, 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 hey. Trade you this message for a pickle. Who was messaging? It's Space Goonie! You can really see this. There's a picture of little Alex Horn that I did. While I watched rerun after rerun of Taskmaster specifically. Even though I brought up a picture on my phone to draw, I still was like, I still need some Alex Horn essence in the background, and just, as I usually do, rewatched 1,000 episodes. Alright, I'll go back to here, and then scroll whoop, all the way back over here. Okay, alright. Where are we? Okay, and then out. Turn him back this way a little bit. Have his head still focus. One of these days I'll make a new Skeletor head with a better jaw to represent his dead corpse face. Dead corpse face. Put my buttons back on so I don't miss my song. Hey.
Oh. What's going on here? How is it you're moving me around while I'm still on my own little couch? Things are afoot, sorcery and whatnot. I am the master of the sorcery. I'm here trying to drink my Coca-Cola product, and meanwhile, you're making it seem like I'm hanging out with Mogwais over here? I disapprove. I disapprove.
Yep, well, I don't know. That didn't make any sense. Oh yes, always a welcome day. What if I did that? Oh my god. Did I even take a picture of this one? Getting carried away with Skeletor over here. Doot. Alright. A little bit of still tilt back this way to keep that momentum. Alright, moving two characters at the same time is insane. Okay. I wish he had a double jointed elbow. Looks fine from this angle. And still finishing eye. Slight movement to try to settle this into place. That's way more than slight. Ears up some more. Back ear doesn't stay. That is fine. Oh yes, and settle this. Nope. I know. Lightly moving things, how we're spending our time. So this is Christmas, and what have you done? Sat in your office making some holiday Skeletor fun. I'm pretty sure I'm not singing in time with the beat. The music that I'm hearing's not fine, cause I'm using a wireless headphone and there's a delay between me and the headphone. Where was his head going? That couch was, I think was last year? I can't remember why. For some reason, my job sent me like a $50 gift card for Amazon, but it was for Amazon.com and it wouldn't work on .ca. So I'm like, all right, fine, I'll jump over to Amazon.com. and they had some miniature furniture there, and it was like, I think it was $30. Like, it was ridiculous, or like 20 some dollars. I'm just like, well, I guess my job is buying me a little couch for Skeletor. And it's like slightly smaller than I expected, but half the time stuff like that is pretty expensive. So it's so I was more than happy, since I don't know, the couches that I made myself, they're made out of felt and they look like it, whereas these look like couches. Oops. A little bit more. Go this way. Yeah. Alright, now the fun of trying to swap out a Skeletor hand without moving everything drastically. Indiana Jones, here we go. Indiana Jones, here we go. Ah yes, we take a bag of sand and replace the artifact. Which just happens to be a hand. How much did he move? Pretty far. Ooh. Definitely not going to be one of the smoothest ones, but it's doing the job. Right, didn't notice that moved Gizmo's hands too much. I did. switch to 2s for a second because so many frames. How many times have I reached in front of the light to press the button? the most boring process available to achieve something that's unbelievable. I guess I could just learn some 3D and make it do all the work. Am I not seeing? Oh, Pushing around the blue tack sticky stuff to get his hat to stay in the right place. Get his eyes back in the same direction. Oh, come on now. Oh, that looks weird. Alright, so undo. Need a bigger action. We're gonna move this. Move his head more. Hopefully that will make it read. Alright, maybe we won't do too much face swapping with Gizmo. His other faces look weird. How many frames was that? Like 80 frames? Oh my god. Anyway, see how that looks slash sounds.
Well, I knew you would love it. 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 Well, I knew you would love it.
Alright, the mouth doesn't look too bad as long as you move the head far enough. Kinda works. Oh, I don't want to change his face again, but I feel like another little mouth open will look good in his little meow 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 hang around. Some people say mogwai. I say mogwai not. Give a call to my friend Scott. I haven't heard from him in what, a few years. I think he's okay. Every once in a while he'll post something on Instagram. Now for the next line, when we get to that, I should go in a little closer on Skeletor so I don't have to animate two things at once. Lazy animation. Is that you on your green screen? I was watching some, well, I stole some of Captain Army's green screen photos to throw into AI to see what it would make. It did make some weird stuff, but not as weird as I wanted. And still also just like, what am I doing? But yeah, I wanted to ask, like, do you do all your editing for your videos, like, on YouTube, where it's like, clearly you stream some stuff, then it's like a little clip and you'll have, like, you know, emotes pop up, or, you know, little GIF type things, or memes, I should say, while you're like, hey, I was playing Phasmophobia and I said a thing, and then it's just like, burp, 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 and it's all edited. Do you take the time to edit all your stuff? Because when is that possible? That explains why half of your posts are like, hey, I'm trying to wake up again, or whatever. Because, I mean, I guess when I was younger, I did that. I'd work all day, record a podcast at work, bring it home, edit it, then animate something just for fun. But you seem to have 1,000 other things on the go. It's like, oh, he's got to be getting one of these YouTube editor Fiverr kids to be doing this or something. One more open mouth. Oh, don't move the hat. Don't move the hat. Nope, moved everything too far. Yeah, this was, I mean, Skeletor was supposed to be a weekly thing when I started that. I think I managed to do it, like, maybe 2 weeks in a row, and then it just becomes, oh, once I start planning it and writing a little script, and then I'm like, well, now I have to record it and do all the things, and it's just like, I'll make them when I make them. Exactly. How are all these people affording the ability to pay all the people to edit all the stuff for them? Meh. have to make yourself the charity every once in a while. Hey, this week's charity is support Captain Barmy. The only way I can keep supporting all these other things is if I don't starve and freeze to death in my own home. Four kids and a board member. Those two things alone, I was just like, I'm just on the cusp of, I've got a full-time job, so at the end of the day, why do I keep feeling the need to make other things? It's just like, I'm not necessarily trying to make, a streaming business. Again, it would be cool to be one of those people that goes online and then suddenly it's like, hey, here's a $50,000 donation for no reason or whatever, just because I like watching your stuff. And it's just like, that pays my bills for a year and a half. And then, whatever. But mostly I try to just, again, my reasons for doing things are, yes, ideally, in some weird backdoor way, somehow this gets me rich and quick so I can spend my time just doing this nonsense. But mostly I'm just like, my job pays the bills. And I have time to just do this stuff. At the end of the day, if I have the energy from not doing stuff, well, not this, but, drawing stuff for people all day. Hey, Miziel? Miziel? Mizel. Miziel? Miziel. M to the I to the Z I E L. Take a picture. It's funny, I think about stuff like that all the time where it is just like, if I was one of these super rich kids, one of these rich old men that does the same thing as these kids, then mostly it'd just be like, I'd have somebody like on call to like come give me a haircut when I want one, and then the rest of the time would be like, I literally really did think like, could I handle having an assistant and telling them to set something up for me, and would that make me crazy? Because most of the time I'm like, I needed also to know what I'm setting up, but if they're better than me at doing the thing, then I'd be like, what are you doing here setting stuff up for me? Go do your own thing. You're better than me. This is ridiculous. Measle? Measle. Measiel? What was the last frame? Alright, let's finish head tilt a little bit. Since it started tilting off to the side. It looks like it's supposed to do that. I say too many. Measle. But I don't know, like I said a long time ago, when the pandemic started and I went to therapy, and I'm just like, I don't know, man. I was like, honestly, whatever all my problems are, or everybody's problems are, I'd like to just, at the end of the day, or whenever I feel like it, I'd like to sit down with my dumb action figures, because they started re-releasing the He-Mans from my childhood, and I always just wanted to animate them as a kid. I was like, I just want to do that without feeling like a guilty, weird idiot who's just finding some loophole to play with toys, instead of having, a bunch of kids and raising them as art people or whatever you're supposed to do. We're playing with them with toys, but kids just break your toys. And yeah, the therapist was like, yeah, no, that's fine. If that's your jam, then ah! Did I move anything? All right, everything's still in the same place. And she's like, yeah, no, you can do that. That's fine. You're not planning to use your stop motion to rob banks or murder people? Like, no. Well, then do that? Like, your bills are paid? Yeah. You can afford to buy a Nintendo Switch? Like, yeah, then do that then. It's fine. It's fine. Yeah, it's definitely like we all create in some way our own dichotomies, our own wall where we have like, this is how I'm trying to be and this is how I am, but I'm staunchly keeping this wall between the two, and someday I'll figure out how to build passageways in between or smash it down completely. And it's difficult. It's really, really difficult. I did it once. I did it once where I was like, all right, no more job. No more job. I'm done with my job. I'm not taking a job. I'm going to take out a bunch of my savings, and I'm going to use it for my gear in my office. I'm just going to make YouTube videos. And I just did like a weekly YouTube show with me and Milo sitting on some chairs talking about stuff. And then I would animate some things. I'd try to put like a little animated short, either stop motion or something else in it. And basically spend the week trying to put together a show. And, hey, CTK! Always lost in time, but you found it just fine. Alright. Anyway. Oops. Back. But yeah, to after a while, it was like I put some money into like actually like Google ads and whatnot. I'm just like, still don't exist. Just a lot of pressure. Got to try and get some commissions, and then just kind of ended up with a job again where I was just like, all right, this is a lot more stable. I'm not afraid all the time, and I was just like spending the money that I had. So I'm just like, I guess I got to keep working because being famous didn't happen overnight. Or in 3 months or however long it was. And then now with this job, I feel like, I feel stable enough that I don't have to take side jobs or commission work or whatever to like shore up the bills. But I still, for the last few years, I did anyway, where it's just like, do this commission. Like, okay, because I just want to do stuff for people. And I would, again, just do those same things. They're like, how much? I'm like, $30. Like, shouldn't this cost like $120? Like, do you want to pay $120? Like, no, I can't afford that. Like, well, I want you to have it. You want this art. So I guess I'm just going to charge $30 because that's what gets it done. It was more about like getting it on their wall as opposed to me filling my pockets when I would go to the farmer's market to try and sell my little books and whatnot. And people would always like, I love this. Cool, would you like to buy any? No, I want you to draw something that I tell you to draw. Like, okay, what do you want then? And do you want to pay the money it costs to have that done? Or would you like the $30 job, which is still technically the $120 job? Oh yeah, I was gonna hit play on this.
Well, I knew you would love it. Well, I knew you would love it. Well, I knew you would love it.
Yeah, it's just like, it's like the IT crowd says, and everybody else says, whatever. The only thing wrong with doing stuff is the other people that want you to do or change or, be adjacent to the stuff that you're doing. But yeah, customers. They're the worst people, and we're all them at some point in time during the day. We're all horrible. Alright, let's see if I can cut in on Skeletor without destroying everything. Just the onion skinning. It seems like it makes the most sense though, really? Oh, really? Why did I say it that way? But I mean, when you look at these ridiculously successful people out there, the most rich and able to pay themselves to do whatever they want people are the criminals, are the people that owned, gem mines and abused their power and whatnot, or stole a whole entire country and then decided to sell trading cards where they just grabbed not even stock photos, but like catalog photos to show like, hey, it's my life. My life is a cowboy and an astronaut. Like, you never did any of those things. Your life is hamburgers and lies. But I mean, sometimes I'm just like, well, why can't I just indulge in hamburgers and lies? Why can't I just be one of those horrible people on the internet that people love to watch just to hate, just so I can still, like, Piers Morgan? No, I almost said Piers Brosnan. Like, Piers Morgan is, and what's that other guy that just said a bunch of horrible stuff, who always says horrible stuff? Jeremy, the car guy, Clarkson? Jeremy Clarkson? They're just terrible people. But they're just like, it doesn't matter, I'm still on the news every day, or whatever my news information program is. And I spend, the summers on my boat. Like, am I not evil enough? Am I not evil enough? Like, the amount of times I think, like, should I just do something weird and evil? Like, one weird, one weird thing I wanted to do was just invent a child. But like, keep talking, like, make it something specific, like some project I was working on, something, but just call it, like, Jeffrey. Oh my god, Jeffrey is, like, just doing so great today, you guys. Like, oh my god, really coming along with Jeffrey. I'm so proud. They're growing and just getting smarter and faster. And then have people just be like, you have a kid? Like, what's going on here? And then eventually just be like, oh no, it's just this video of, Skeletor doing something, or it's my robot stop motion guy that I made. I've called him Jeremy, but everybody on the internet only seems to really care if you're talking about, like, your kids or your grandkids now. But I don't want to be cool for that. I invent my own children, so I just thought I would, pretend that one existed for attention. Is that wrong? Is that... And then, you see all the people that are doing weird stuff just for attention and just like, well, I don't want to do that. I just want to do this, and have people go, oh, we know you as the guy who does this stuff.
Oh, you can be evil. Just sit down and chill out and just say and do evil things. You'll get to your own sneaker brand, probably. Put out an album of just weird, hateful things, and people, it'll be super cool. You'll have no more friends and people won't like you anymore. But, of course, you have all that money. If money will be your friend. Dive into Does Scrooge McDuck talk about his friends? No. He's got his enemy, Rupert Glomgold. No, something Glomgold is his last name. I know! And he swims in money.
Skeletor's weird. So, you don't... I don't want to do that then. I don't want to do, like, those are all my reasons not to do that. Like, yes, you could come up with a spectacle. You could come up with a balloon boy. You don't even have to have a real boy. What's the deal? But I'd rather, if I'm going to explain my madness, I'd rather it would be something that I thought was actual, my own real madness level, as opposed to, oh, no, this was just a big epic hoax. Get attention? I don't know where that Yeti is. I just pretended. That's a hand drawing. I mean, it doesn't even look real, guys. How did you get fooled by this? But I don't know. The Corridor crew does it all the time. I like those guys. They make awesome videos that people fall for when they're like, it has our name on it. It's clearly not real. We're like, oh my god, that robot's killing people. Like, no, it's not. No, it's not. I want it to be a little bit closer, I think. That's about as close as I can get. So moving everything. Tuesday. Hey. Oh, go to the end.
Hey.
What you playing now? Oh, that's why. P. This boring. Slow motion process putting you to sleep. Measle is here for the boringness to reap. Alright. Let's go back to the end. How many seconds have I animated today? Someday I'll make a better job. Oh, of all of the things I wish that I can complain about on stream, that is absolutely one of them. So many days I have to make designs for people and then just test them out and get them to function within that store. And it's always at the time when I'm just like, hey guys, is there something wrong with me? Or is the store broken? And it's just like, oh, blah, 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 Amazon servers, and oh, this place, and whatever. And it's just like, ugh, so many things are so Voltron together with so many other things. But man, oh man, that thing, especially they're like when I'm trying to do all over sweaters for people, which I'm also just like, guys, you know, I'm not a fashion designer, but I do like doing this, so I'm going to have fun with it. But is there a way to make this go way faster and or you know, not work when I needed to? Hey, remember how you just said, I wish I could complain about that thing on stream, but I probably shouldn't because, you know, I'll get in trouble and whatnot, but then you just did it like 4 seconds later? Remember that? Hey, that was a good time. That's all I'm saying. Just wanted to chime in for a second and just say, good times were had by me. I enjoyed it and thought it was great.
Yes, feel the evil growing inside. Complain, complain. Become one of those movie guys on the internet that yells about things. Hey, this game is so effing broke. Listen to me get angry and then punch a poop.
All right, guys. No, I'm not gonna become angry internet guy. Ugh. Oh, so you're not an angry internet guy. You're just like a happy-go-lucky internet guy. Is that what you're trying to say? Oh, hey guys, you want to try that my new Canadian accent again, eh? And try to keep it from turning Irish or Scottish, eh? I can feel it happening already. Oh, so hey, don't forget, if you're ever just, you know, you're too amped up and you need to blow off some steam, you can hit those slopes, eh? Just strap. You don't even need 2 skis. You just get 1 snowboard, eh? And just go down those snowy pipes. Oh, coo. All right, it's me, Ted. I'm done. Nope. Went back to Irish again, Ted. Went back to Irish again. Oh, Voxney, you always come in at the perfect time. I'm of course referencing the fact that the angry video game nerd, who I think seems awesome so far. I haven't watched in a little while, but I think he's fun. But yes, so many of his episodes or at least the old ones anyway, involved an awful lot of just coming up with fecal alliteration ramblings. And or just, here's my little skit where I'm dumping a pile of melted chocolate on something to simulate that I'm pooping on it. So I don't want to do that. I like some fun skits, but Not gonna take the time to poop on other people's work, even though I still, I say that. And just about every week, I, complain about something, a movie or character. Everybody shut up. Everybody shut up for 5 minutes. Cat Barbie says he loves this cat so much. I don't know, he better not be talking about Ted. Because if he's talking about Ted, I swear to God, I'm going to tear Ted off the wall, and I'm going to smash him into a billion pieces. That's all that I know. Oh, this Ted guy, he's ruining my life. He's ruining my life. If I ever see Avocado Shakes, I swear to Fun, I'm going to tell her that I hate her cat right to her face. Bros, guys, hey, I'm going back to my other voice. Hey. Oh, it's Terry, eh? Hey, where's Terry? Yee. Well, I think saying the word Terry is the only way to get into this voice. No, it's just my own voice again. Never mind. Back to me. Oh, Tedward. Someday I'll figure out how you sound, and I'll maintain it. It just needs to be my voice, I think. Oh, man. Alright, so anyway, Skeletor's talking in class today. Why do I keep needing to move his arms so much? I don't. Milo hates Ted. Ted loves everybody. That is the chill voice of somewhat reason, although he always just wants to go surfing or skiing. Really trying to McConaughey up my day, and I don't need that. I don't need any McConaugheying. Or like McConaughey. Knock that off. Yeah. Alright. Nothing in here. No! You know what a weird video that I watched? Speaking of Captain Army in the chat, I guess it must have been Instagram. I don't even know. Maybe it was YouTube. But I think it was while I was trying to find pictures or whatever to make that weird charity merch thing, and the video, it started playing, and he had like a big brush and was just brushing his hair. There was no need for me to mime that. I could just say the words brushing his hair in front of a green screen. And I watched it for what seemed like way too long. Because I'm just like, well, something's gonna happen, right? Like, he's gonna say something about, I don't know, anything? Like, what is this? And then I, glanced down and saw that the text said just 4 straight minutes or 7 straight minutes of me brushing my hair. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. That's what's going to keep happening through this whole thing. Not that, again, I was just like, wow, that's some great lustrous, like, shampoo commercial hair. But I'm still just like, I think this might be a hairbrushing video. Is this just a hairbrushing video? And again, stuff like that where I'm like, I don't in a million years have the, the internal audacity to just be like, I'm going to do this fun thing that I think is fun and silly. I always just picture my mom just being like, so what does this mean? Why this? You're just brushing your hair on the internet? Like, yeah, I don't know. It's fun. I had fun that day. It seems weird explaining it now, but in that moment it was like, that's what the internet is. It's a bunch of just things happening. Some of them are there just to be like, just to get your attention and be like, well, what is this? I have to ask questions. Like one thing that I keep seeing when you do look at reels, or especially on like the Facebook, whatever they're called there, stories or videos, but I'm like, why am I watching this? But so many are just, hey, every time you go into an Airbnb or a hotel, like, I always make sure to check this. And it shows them doing something, and to which you have to go in the comments to see 1,000 other people going, why is this? And there's, just a few people that are just decent enough to go like, there's nothing. This is just what some people do. They just do something weird that's kind of like the thing, but it doesn't actually mean anything, because the real life hack or what have you usually barely means anything anyway. You have people going in and just, I put a Band-Aid on the wall and then I touch it or whatever, and it's like, see if there's a camera, but like, that's not going to tell you if there's a, what are you talking about? And just so many weird things that are just like, none of this makes any sense. And that's the whole point, is like, well, now they have 1 million views of people just in confusion, and because so many people are commenting and asking questions, it drives it up in the algorithm, and then more people commenting like, oh, this is wasting my time. Like, every time you comment, you basically tell the algorithm to send it out to 20 more people. Yeah, I think I saw that. Yeah, you were just like, uh-oh, now I'm popular on TikTok by accident. Which is, again, a weird thing. Use that. Use it to funnel them into your Twitter, to funnel them into your charities and whatnot. That's everywhere. Everything that I do is to try and get people to just be like, hey, we're all here waiting for you to make another YouTube video. Like, okay. But instead, it's got to be like, oh, I got like a handful of likes or views on Instagram. Like, here's 4 people clicking like on Twitter, and then just adding all of those up to, prop up my self-esteem, I guess. But I know that like one of my like when I started making the Skeletor stuff, it was like this is fun for me, and as soon as I post it, like Skeletor gets literally thousands more views than anything else that I do, like whatever stuff with just streaming or making things. Like no thanks guys, but 20-second Skeletor things, just like so many people like yeah, nostalgia. Already knowing that if someday, you know, it is just like, oh, you're the Skeletor guy. Like, if I become the Skeletor guy, I will eventually have to stop being the Skeletor guy and replace Skeletor with something else, because eventually Mattel and or Kevin Smith is going to be like, hey, you can't just keep mixing all of these properties. Like, you don't have the rights to any of this stuff to make your own little thing. So, you know, eventually we'll have to, you know, if I want to be a popular internet thing, I'd have to do it with my own characters or face. But nobody ever starts that way. All of the big, you know, big stars of things are usually that because there was some piggybacking on some other IP. Alright. Seems to be working.
Well, I knew you would love it. Hey, some people say Mogwai.
Scarlet Solace. This isn't mesmerizing. So slow. Alright, that chair isn't glued down anymore like I thought it was. Ugh. Place a little bit. Oh god, it's almost 9 o'clock. Ugh. 2 hours? 2 hours of doing this? I know I was talking for a lot of it, but got a giant pain in the back of my neck now. Oops.
Why?
$50 Christmas cards, Scarlet. Oh my god. I did 2. Normally I make a bunch, bring them home to different relatives. I'm just like, no, I can't make cards again this year. So I made one that I sent to Space Goonie, and I made another one that I sent to one of my other friends, and I sent some presents to some people, but I just literally had some cards floating around, and I'm like, oh, I'm just gonna use these. And I don't know, kind of feels weird like not making my own card. I every year I do. Even like the last, I think if it was last year or the year before that I did them, I think it was the year before actually. But it's usually like, oh, like my aunt like collects them. She's like, oh, I've been collecting them for years. I was like, well, how can I not? How can I not make a Christmas card to add to my aunt's collection of my Christmas cards? As a bookshelf? Oh, on the bookshelf. Just like, what card did I make last year that also works as a bookshelf? But at least I don't know if it was last year or the year before. I think it was the year before. But Space Goonie made me a Taskmaster task with like a seal or whatever, like drawn on it and everything. And a task that says like, your task is to have a good Christmas. Your time starts now. For everybody who knows what Taskmaster is. But yeah, all of the decorations on my tree are all normal tree decorations, and then there's like one big Taskmaster task just stuck in the tree, where I'm like, well, I'm not going to throw it away. It has to go out somewhere. So yeah, it goes in the tree. And the rest, I still have a handful of other Christmas cards, but they're just, if you look in, I'm pretty sure I posted a picture of my tree on Instagram. When I put it up, all the boxes that are underneath it, they're just filled with some Christmas decorations, Christmas cards to be used, and Christmas cards that I've gotten.
There must be another way. Don't want you to win the race. I'll beat you to it. I'll see you another day. 'Cause the day I blew it all, don't count on the gun to save us from humiliation. There must be another way. Every time I try, every time I try, every time you hold me down, I'll make an escape, I will run away, I'll do it but not right now. And I've got to tell you that I never meant to stay. But every time I try, every time I try, I will get out somehow.
Alright, and then I'll cut to a wider shot again. Ow! How do I zoom out? Give me the seconds. Alright, so day started we started here at 3 almost 4 seconds. 4 5 6 7 8 9. Why don't I know how to count? 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11. 7 seconds. 2 hours to do 7 seconds of animation. Oh man. I'm gonna pull this here. See how this looks?
Hey, some people say Mogwai. I say Mogwai not. Well, I knew you would love it. Hey, some people say Mogwai. I say Mogwai not. Well, I knew you would love it. Hey, some people say Mogwai. I say Mogwai not. Well, I knew you would love it. Hey, some people say Mogwai. I say Mogwai not. Well, I knew.
Alright. Looks better. Better than I expected. Could be better. Could be worse. But, I'm in physical pain right now. I've already spent all day sitting in this desk, or sitting in this chair, facing this way. Now I'm just facing this way. Oh, but I don't know if you can see. That's the TV show that I worked on, my first TV show. Ollie's Adventures. It's a plaque-mounted thing that somebody stole for me, and now it's still on my wall. Out of all the things that I've worked on and done, and there's like 2 Batman there, and a fan. That's a tour of that corner of the room. Go to bed. Tempted, very tempted. Anyway, I guess I can turn this off. I don't need to save anything. Turn this on. Anyway, thanks once again for hanging out. Soon before Christmas, I want to say before Friday, might be in the late Friday night. I'll send Captain Army something that will hopefully print on a shirt well. It is going to be weird. It is going to be made from your face. And be making fun of AI art. Whatever you do with it after that, that's up to you. I have got a Captain Army folder on my computer now. That is got a bunch of wonky pictures of you in it. But yeah, sooner than later I'll do that. Hopefully I'll have this up before Friday. I'll try to maybe finish it tomorrow. I still gotta do some Christmas stuff. That's 11 seconds. There's still like another 11 seconds to go. And I still have to get Skeletor open that package, but whatever. We'll I'll figure it out. I say we like anybody's gonna help me. God knows I'm not gonna help you. I'm just gonna be sitting here rooting for you to die so they can eat your eye. Have we mentioned that today? Cause that's all that I'm waiting for is that sweet, sweet eye meat. And that's my jam.
Animan, you finish my cartooning stylings and get me to the YouTube. I can't wait for Kevin Smith to put me in all of my glory. Everyone should be making some Skeletrons.
Hey guys, it's me, Ted. Still can't remember my voice, eh? But have a good one, eh? Don't forget to eat your vegetables and just be nice to people there. And of course, if you got a chance to go for a little slide, then go for a little slide. Say there's a patch of ice on the street, eh? Just take a little rip down that ice. It'll be a good time. Or if there's a snow hill, roll down it, slide down it, eh? It'll be fun for everybody. Ted, I swear to God, I'm gonna smash you to pieces, and no one will find the remains. I will set them on fire, and then, yeah, I'll poop on them. I promise I will poop on them like how I used to poop in shoes. Guys? Enough? Anyway, see you guys maybe next Tuesday? Maybe the Tuesday after that. We'll see if I take any kind of a Christmas break. But I will be spending my Christmas break mostly trying to make some more stuff. And, so I have things to talk about. Talk to you guys soon. If you haven't checked out Captain Bar Armies on Instagram or Twitter or what have you, I definitely recommend it. He seems to be some sort of hero of Ireland and the neighboring countries. Always impressed. One of these days I'll start watching other people's streams. But when I do watch a stream, it's occasionally the wildlife cam for a little bit and just watching raccoons and squirrels have fun. But that's it for me and all the imaginary things. How much is this microphone in front of my face? And yeah, hopefully talk to everybody again. Have a good holiday if I don't see you before then. And I don't know. Enjoy your video games. Make something. And get some rest. Captain Bar Army, isn't it like 3 a.m. there? Go to sleep. Everybody go to sleep. Everybody needs some rest. Go to sleep. You've all got COVID. Go to sleep. Ripley.
Meow, 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 meow.
Yeah. Just play the credits. Play the credits. Thank you, sweetest angel. Hero of Ireland. That's what they doth say. Scarlet Solace knows this every day. She's like, oh, begorra, and Faith believe that this guy's going out to get donations.